Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the award-winning speaker and author, Christina Winters is in the studio. She's going to teach us about the revolution of achievement. Next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as a CEO myself, I can tell you that many of us get stuck. We're building our company, we're focused, our head is down, we're focused on whatever it is we're passionate about, but sometimes we have blind spots, and that's when you bring in a nationally known expert like my next guest. Christina Winters is in the studio. She's a world-renowned speaker and award-winning author. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Jeff.
Absolutely. And you were telling me this morning that we actually go back some, like 30 years, which is really cool.
Yes,
it's really cool.
yes.
Well, you never age, so I want you to share a little bit of your journey. So, tell us your background.
Well, 45 years in business, and I started out as a rep in Los Angeles, got into the financial planning business, and within 6 years I was promoted. I went from rep to manager to VP, and they moved me here to Dallas. That was a journey.
Sure.
Ocean, palm trees and mountains to flatlands and mesquite trees and guys in trucks that had gun racks in the back windows.
Yes.
It was amazing. Anyways, it was a journey. And then 3 years after being promoted to VP, I said, I need to do this for myself. So I started my own company 35 years ago and have just sold it. We had $250 million in assets when I sold the firm, and now I've started the revolution of achievement, which is all about consulting and speaking and writing books.
I love that. And in your journey, when you start a company, you're managing no one, and then suddenly you have a huge team. And so there's a lot of business owners out there who their passion is not running a team, it's not managing a company. Their passion is whatever it was that caused them to start the company.
Right.
And so when they bring in somebody like you to consult, you've run teams before, you've had big teams underneath you. So when they hire you, what do they hire you to do?
Well, they hire me, for example, I had a team of salespeople the company wanted me to develop. So they said, we want you to make these people into top producers. They're good, but they're not as good as we want them. So I said, okay, great. We're going to have to meet with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm going to do it, and you have to buy into that process. Because I can't guarantee anything unless I can do what I know is going to work. So then you and I have to go to the leadership team, your leadership team, and we have to get them to buy into the process. So everybody at the top is speaking the same language. Then I work individually for each of those people and train them. So the excellent results that occurred it was a nationwide firm with salespeople in almost every state. And the average multi-million-dollar producer in what they called units, they had 1 or 2 in each unit. the team that I cultivated had $7 million producers.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So they paid for your consulting services many times
Oh,
over.
many times over.
Yes. We're going to pull up your website, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to dive in on Revolution of Achievement, because I love the name. How did you come up with that?
Well, I was a factory worker's daughter. I had no college education, and I was never taught goals. And when I moved to California, because I just knew I was good, but I couldn't find my way. So I went to California, and it didn't work out so well in the beginning. I finally found a job, a secretarial job, and then 2 months later, my apartment was robbed, my car was repossessed, and I got fired.
Wow. That's, you're talking about compound trauma.
Oh, you know what though? I dug my heels in, and I said, I know it's going to work. And I had times where I go, oh my God. And then my Aunt Lil came into my mind. She taught me that you can have everything as a young child. It was like 7 or something. And she took me downtown and bought me shoes and a dress to go with it, and said, you see all these buildings, everybody's successful, and you can be successful too. Anyways, that all came back to me. And I need to create a revolution of achievement. So that's what stuck with me. And I can achieve anything that anybody else does. And I started doing that. And it's not easy, right? Because business,
Sure.
problem, crisis.
Right.
That's the way it always is, right?
Yes.
So you really can't, you've got to be really steadfast.
Yes.
I teach all the people that I work with, you have to have a clear, focused aerial view with a sense of urgency. And you have to have your metronome going like this, because you can't start out.
Yes. Yes. All right, let's talk about your best-selling book. We're going to put the book cover on the screen so you can talk about it. What's I know there's dozens and dozens of takeaways, but what's one of the chapters? What do you want people to get from your book?
Well, I think that the businesses fail because they get a myriad of problems, and then they'll have a crisis or a couple of crises, but they don't really realize that they have to focus on that's the way it is. There is no difference ever. It's never going to be, well, maybe for a while, but it's only the eye of the storm. You know, those hurricanes, everything's going to heck in a handbasket, and then wind dies down, the rain stops, and you think, oh, this is great. Okay, well, enjoy it. Because it's not going to be for very long, because here comes the other side of it, right?
Yes.
And that, you want to make that fun. You want to look at, okay, so what, don't let your emotions get involved in it. Just always, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next.
Beautiful. You create a lot of content, and I found one video that I really like. You produced this about a week ago. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Pivoting on a dime is what is important. In my book, one of my chapters is stepping in the eye of the storm. And the storm is problem, crisis. And then things even out and you feel comfortable. And then here it comes again, because the storm is now moving, right? Your biggest opportunity is just to realize, okay, we've got a reprieve here. The winds have died down. It looks great, but we have to always be present and feeling comfortable with it happening again. There's nothing wrong. This is you and your job is to be a problem solver. Actually, everybody in your firm has that title.
Christina, we have 2 minutes left, so I want you to talk to the business owner or CEO who probably needs to bring you in. What does an engagement look like? Do you have a exploratory call to see if this is a good fit?
Right, right. So I talked to the owner, you, first, to see if we resonate with each other, because that has to be that way. And then I can actually come in and meet with you personally wherever you are and solidify that. And then I will explain how I work and what my fees are. And as you said before, my fee may sound high, but when you're talking about especially sales or getting employees onto the leadership team's ideas, like all people are leaders in a firm,
Yes.
it's very inexpensive. And then you decide what's best for you. And if I can do it my way, I can guarantee what I'm saying.
Outstanding. You've been an amazing guest. We're going to end with her website, which is it's revolutionofachievement.com, the great Christina Winters. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.